chickadees. I'm so happy to be back with all of you. Thank you for all the well wishes while I was dealing with a little bit of illness the tail end of last week. I'm an asthmatic, and so it really flares everything up. So happy to be with all of you, and thank you so much for joining tonight. We have a great guest and some really good content that we're going to be going over. And thank you, Heidi. Sometimes Misdemeanor knows what she's doing. Not all the time, but sometimes. Something else I want to do before we get too far in, I want to thank Ava and Sherilyn. They have both donated to my YouTube channel, and I just want to call them out and say thank you. I'm not monetized at this point, so there's no way for me to do super chats to thank for that, but I did want to make sure that I gave a shout out to both of them. Let's all make sure we like, subscribe. I am very close to 1,100 subs, and I mean, really close. I think it's like 7 away. So, and lastly, Replay Crew. Thank you so much for joining us all the time on the replay. I'm going to turn myself up just a little. There we go. Last thing, yes, make sure like, subscribe, YouTube, share, chat, make sure you comment. I know several of you commented after last week's live stream. I tried to respond to everyone. And so make sure you do all those things because I really like the engagement and the interaction. And I am interested in building a very, very good community here. So now that we've gone through all of that, let me introduce, once again, Kathern Paige will be with us tonight to talk all things Ellen Greenberg. We have a nice little lineup. I think you all are going to like the information that we provide. But without any more delay, let me bring Miss Kathern Paige back on with us. Hello, my dear.
Hello, Miss Janet, Misdemeanor. It's so great to be here again. You are just such a joy. I've just found so much joy in what's a difficult topic that we all follow, which is true crime and advocacy for those that have been unalived by the hands of someone else. But you make me feel joy in wanting to be part of something that's bigger than most of us, because those of us who volunteer, like myself and you, because my channel is not monetized either, we are doing this really basically out of the goodness of our heart, and because we are interested in the justice system of true crime and how the court system works. I've always, having been a former officer, I'm interested in what leads up to that more than I've ever been in court. But you make me want to understand the court part of it more and be more involved in watching the court system, where I've always just watched the investigations leading up to the arrests. And then I don't always follow the court process as closely, but your channel makes me want to do that. So Thank you. Thank you so much. I think our two channels are kind of like soul sisters. I'm kind of the investigative part, looking at the police reports and the very sad autopsy reports, and then following up on how did the police do, how did the investigators do, and then you kind of take it from there. It's like we're like a track team handoff, and then you let us know what's going on in court, how court is going. And so I really find that so happy that our two channels have met.
Thank you so much. And I am a court girl. I probably should have been an attorney, missed my calling. So here we are in my craziness of
Hi, Sherry
online.
Sherry, one of my subscribers and a really loyal, true crime advocate, a loyal advocate for those that have been unalived. She's just amazing. And great to see you, Sherry D. And thank you to all the chickadees for welcoming me. I really want to thank you all for caring so much, because so many families feel lost and left out. Like I said, the last time I was here, when their cases of their loved ones, the death investigations and the actual cases, when they're not sexy enough for mainstream media, and even for some of the big law tubers and the big crime
Oh,
tubers,
yes.
they don't make it. And then they're just left by themselves in their communities trying to get community support. But it can be very lonely when your loved one has no justice and you're fighting for, as like Ellen's family, for years, since 2011 to get justice. It's horrifying that they have to wake up every day. And I have to say, my friends, I don't know about you, but ever since I first learned of this case way back in 2011, and every time I'm in my kitchen and I go to cut up an apple or something and I have to use a knife, I am so careful because I think I have a little bit of PTSD.
Sure.
To Ellen, because I followed this case so closely for so long. I switched to one of those apple cutters so I don't have to use a knife anymore to come. I don't like knives anymore. Ever since Ellen's case and all the autopsies that her reports that I've looked at, and it just makes me feel literally ill. And I just can't even imagine her friends, her close friends, her mother, her father, her aunts and uncles, how they even managed to have kitchen knives in their kitchens. I mean, it's what happened to her.
And the whole thing, it just doesn't make any sense. And it's funny, as I was preparing for tonight, I came across some other information. I shouldn't say information. I came across photographs or something, and it dawned on me the knife block was tipped over, and there were two knives in the kitchen sink. And I thought, oh my gosh, why did this not trigger in my mind? That doesn't make any sense. And it really makes me feel like there was a struggle and maybe she was trying to get a knife to defend herself and was unable to.
I think you could be right on with that. And here's another interesting, and I'll send you this photo when we're done live streaming today. I also found a photo that Gavin Fish had put up at one point, and shout out to Gavin Fish. He has an amazing record system of everything Ellen Greenberg. He's followed this for years. And when I needed to know more, I looked at Gavin and I looked to some other content creators who have been, found out a way to love Ellen by never knowing her, because eventually when you advocate for someone for so long, you have a love for them that you didn't know you were capable of. And he has a picture up that shows the blueberries in the bowl. The melon is sitting there uncut yet. There was some other fruit to the left. I don't recall what that was, but she was obviously making a fruit salad, and there were two knives on the counter. So were those different than the two knives that were in the sink? Because that's a crime scene photo. So I'm thinking there must have been, maybe there was a struggle. Maybe that knife block did dump out and all the knives went everywhere, and he or his accomplice, because I'm still not out of my head thinking that this was premeditated and that there was someone there that helped him clean up to some degree. Those could have been put back in the block. The block could have been, I don't know. This is all, again, our opinion, my opinion.
Absolutely.
Meaner's opinion. We are theorizing what could have happened to Ellen because we don't believe she unalived herself. There is just no evidence to that. The science doesn't match up, and her mental state, she was treating it. She was seeing a psychiatrist. She was doing what you're supposed to do when you're not feeling right, when things are hard on you, and when you're feeling depressed. And like I mentioned last time, I truly believe that the most dangerous day for Ellen was that day, because I think that's the day she told him, I'm moving out. I'm moving back in with my parents, because she had been hinting towards it with her friends and her mother for many weeks. And I just feel like that was the day, and he couldn't take it. He couldn't handle it. You don't get to break up with me.
I agree with that.
Right? Because if you're living with a narcissist, and I do believe he is a clinical narcissist, if you have read any of his statements, it's all about me, I. Oh, this has been horrible for me. I'm being blamed. Leave me alone. She unalived herself. I think he was. And if you tell a narcissist, I'm leaving you, I'm canceling our wedding, the embarrassment level narcissists hate being embarrassed. And if you're the one embarrassing them, they will normally just torture you with their words and their meanness and possibly hurt you physically. Having it lead to a homicide is a whole different level of crazy and horrible. But I think he was not going to have that. He was not going to have her embarrassing him, canceling a wedding that was already planned and booked, and the invitations were about to go out, and moving back in with her parents. That's just my speculation from a domestic violence standpoint, from what I've seen and witnessed and worked with other survivors and their families.
Well, what we're going to do, guys, is I'm sure most of you have seen the Hulu documentary. However, we're going to start tonight with listening to the full 911 call. It is just over 4 minutes long.
Good.
But we're going to listen to all of it.
I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. And I know you've heard it, Janet, and I've heard it many, many times, but I'm going to say nothing because I've heard so many 911 calls in my career. And I just want to know what you all have to think. Now, try to listen with an open mind the best you can. It's hard for those of you that already believe he did it, but try to just listen with an open mind. See if you think there's any like real compassion or real feelings in there, or if you're sensing dramatic actor. I can't wait to read your feedback, and I'll respond to some of your chat messages here while we're listening. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Janet.
No problem. We are going to hit it now. So it goes right into it. So be prepared.
Help! I need everything out. I just walked into my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come. Help.
4601
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Apartment.
It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken. She's bleeding. Ellie!
You don't know where she's bleeding from? Can't see where
Ellie!
the blood's coming from?
I think her head. I think she hit her head, but it's everywhere.
Okay, sir,
it's everywhere.
I think she might have fallen. Do you know what happened?
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay, hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone. What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So after about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now, just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I don't think she. I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay. Do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do. Okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her flat on her.
God.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, okay.
Are you willing to do CPR with me over the phone until they get there?
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want to rip her shirt off. Okay. Kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Ellie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper.
Rip
oh, my God, she stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell on a knife. Oh, no, her knife's sticking out.
Her what?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Police, which operator? 277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area?
It's in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there. Okay, just get.
Oh my God! Okay.
How old is she?
She's 27.
27, and there's no sign of life at all.
No, please don't be. What?
Pinch her under her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
Ellie. She's not. Her hands are still warm. I don't know what that means, but there's blood everywhere. I mean.
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
It looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks it's a long knife.
Don't touch anything. Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this, though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door. You said latched it shut.
No, I went downstairs to work out, and when I came back up, the door was latched.
Oh.
Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside, and I'm yelling, so I'm
Was your house
yelling and
broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but to get in.
Okay, 4601.
Okay. That's what we've got. I am going to show you all a photograph. Well, it's actually a screen freeze before anybody makes any decisions. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. Bear with me while I'm getting my life in order here.
Thanks to those of you that are commenting along with us in the, I call it the friend zone over on my channel, but the chat box, most of you call it the chat box, but I like to call it the friend zone. Thanks for your comments. You're all intelligent people. Most of you are really good at sniffing out BS.
Do you all see this freeze from the Hulu documentary?
Yes.
This is the knife. You can't see my my cursor, doggone it.
We can see the zipper.
Yes.
Blood splatter on her chest, and we can see the zipper. And
how do you miss that? You're not going to miss that. That's why I wanted to make sure. There is a photograph floating somewhere, but this was how I managed to get it. Is I just went to the Hulu documentary and got to this point and froze it, because I feel like it's important to have some context as to, oh, I don't know what happened. Oh, there's just blood everywhere. Oh, I don't know.
Can you put up
sir?
Misdemeanor? Ava's got a good comment, and I agree with her completely.
Yes.
The way his tone changes on and off is weird. Absolutely. That good call on that, Ava. When my former dispatcher, Steve, lived with me about 3 weeks ago, he listened to this 911 call and he made the exact same comment. He said, when a 911 operator is on the call, like the woman he was talking to, I thought she did a really good job. She's not there like calculating, is this guy lying? Is this guy the murderer? She's not doing that. She's trying to possibly, hopefully save someone's life. And
render aid.
Correct. Render aid. So that's not her job. But afterwards, if she listened back to it, my guess is she would have the same thoughts as Steve, because they listen to so many 911 calls that something just doesn't feel right about Sam. The very beginning, Misdemeanor, tell me what you thought of that when he goes, please come, help now. It sounds so fake.
Everything on the entire call to me sounds fake.
Yeah.
I hate to just generalize like that, but it is so unbelievable that he wouldn't be able to see that knife sticking out of her chest the moment that he looked at her.
Exactly.
And then I have to, sir?
It was scary to hear him. Well, what was scary is if we go back and I'd like to go back and listen to it again after everybody says what they want to tell us in the chat. Yeah. We both say it, because then I think it'll really stand out to y'all more. When he says, oh God, oh hi, okay, that is wild to me. The way he says, oh God, I'm sorry, but I've dated some narcissists. And it reminded me of one of the guys that used to be so cruel to me verbally before I finally got out of that relationship. And the tone of his voice sounded exactly like Sam's when he said, oh God, like he was so put out and pissed that he's dealing with this. And then when he goes, oh, hi. Okay, I want you guys to really listen to that. That to me is one of the most telling parts of his whole 911 call. It shows you his personality. It shows you he's an ass. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. If you're out there, Sam, that you are an ass. And then Janet is when he says, I have to, right? But
yeah,
before he says that, listen carefully when we re-listen to it. When he goes, "Oh God, oh hi, okay," it is so strange, makes my stomach turn. It completely shows you who this man is, and probably still is to this day.
So I'm going to play it again.
Oh, and there is a clip, Misdemeanor, on YouTube. I don't know if you can grab it, but it actually has the transcript going so that people that said they had a hard time understanding what he's saying at the beginning.
The very, very beginning. Let me try to see. I'm going to play just the very beginning.
Help! I need everything out.
Well, the reason you can't understand it is because he's being a doof and overacting. Okay, sir, come on. That's why you can't understand it. I'm going to need an ambulance. That's what he says.
You're right. And you're right. The whole double, like he's losing his voice. Yeah. That sounded incredibly fake to me, the times that I've listened to it so many times now. But it gut punched me the very first time I heard it, Janet. I don't know if it did for you, but it gut punched me the very first time. And I'm like, no, this guy is not telling the truth. This is not a normal 911 call whatsoever.
Oh, I'm going to play it. We're going to pause several times.
Good idea.
But we're going to play it again.
Help! I need everything out. I just walked to my apartment. My fiance's on the floor with blood everywhere.
A tell when someone is lying on a 911 call is that there's a lot of lead up, lots of details to that preface the actual event. And so he's giving a lot of extraneous details. I just walked in. Nobody does that.
No, they
go, "Oh my gosh, she's bleeding. Send help. What do I need to do?" Exactly. They don't give this diatribe of, "Well, I just walked in and I had been working out." Shut up.
You're right. And here's the other thing about this. If this was your loved one and you walked into, you hadn't been able to get contact with her for an hour. You let an hour go by before you called anybody to help you get into that apartment. The firefighters can always get into an apartment if there is a concern that someone could be injured or ill or sick. So just because the apartment concierge couldn't break the door down with you, even though you lied, Sam, and you said he was with you, but he wasn't. And I have his interview too. If you want to come see me on my channel next time, we can listen to the interview of the concierge of the apartment building who has absolute despise for this man now because he knows he lied about his role in her finding her. It was against the rules of the apartment complex for them to break in, but he could have called 911 at any time in that hour leading up and had them come and they could have broken into the apartment. He didn't have to break in. And if he was going to break in himself, why didn't he do it in the first 5 minutes? Why didn't he do it in the first 10 minutes?
Well, we're going to get to the door. Let's finish second time around, excuse me, on 911 call.
What is the address?
4601 Flat Rock Road. Please come help now.
4601
Flat Rock Road.
Is this a house or apartment?
Oh no! It's an apartment. Please hurry, please.
Where is she bleeding from?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Really? You can't tell where she's bleeding from?
Exactly.
Give me a whole load of a break.
No, sir, you have to calm yourself down in order to get you some help.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm looking at her right now. I can't see anything. There's nothing broken.
Did y'all catch that? I don't see anything. You don't see the handle of a knife protruding from her chest?
Right. You don't see the knife block knocked over on the kitchen counter, Sam? You don't see that either?
How do you even excuse me, I'm getting all worked up. Even if you don't see that and you're only looking at her,
right?
It is very obvious. Okay.
And Miss Miller,
Yes.
One more thing real quick too is think about this. If this was your loved one and you'd been, like I said, trying to get a hold of them for an hour and then you finally break the door down, aren't you going to rush to their side? Aren't you going to feel for a pulse? Aren't you going to do something before you call 911? Most people do all of that before they call 911.
I don't know that that knife would still be in them. That would have been one of the first things, which would have been wrong.
If he would have dropped down to the floor and shook her and said, Ellie, what's wrong? Are you okay? He would have seen that knife immediately. If he would have taken her pulse, he would have seen that knife immediately. He didn't do all that because he knew she was dead.
Absolutely.
I get worked up too, because all of the cases that many of them that you cover, I've covered. Many of mine haven't gone to trial yet, so you haven't gotten there yet. But Suzanne Morphew and Suzanne Clark Simpson and Ashley Elkins, they all make me so angry because it's all about men, domestic violence, and they're wanting to control their spouses and or girlfriends and or fiancés. And when they can't control them anymore, this is what happens. The women haven't gotten out fast enough. They just didn't leave in time. And it's heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking for the families because it's such a waste of a beautiful life, all because someone couldn't control you anymore. And
Right.
It makes me so sad. And so some of these cases that I've been advocating for the last 2-3 years, you're about to get, because many of these are about to go to trial. So I'm sure we can get together and have some together streams. I've got a lot of background on Suzanne Morphew, Suzanne Clark Simpson, Sandra Birchmore, and Ashley Elkins. Many of these are all, Anna Walsh, many of these are all coming to trial soon, which is.
Yeah, the Suzanne Simpson one, I am literally, I have it on my docket or on my calendar to start digging into it because I don't know anything about that one yet, but I
have
will.
A lot I can share it with you. So whatever you need.
In answer to your question, Heidi, no, there was not any blood on him, but he had plenty of time that he could have showered. And I mean, there was time.
Oh, yeah.
So
plenty of time. He had
all right.
An hour.
I got to keep going because we're only 38 seconds in to this 4 minutes. So try to stop being so enraged.
Ellie.
You don't know where she's bleeding from, can't tell where
Ellie.
the blood's coming from.
I think her head. I think she hit her head, I think. But it's everywhere.
Okay,
it's everywhere.
I think she might have fallen. Do you know what happened?
Okay, so the blood is not everywhere, like he says. There should have been more blood.
Yes, Mr. Meany.
She may have slipped. There's blood on the table. Her face is a little purple.
Okay.
What table? She was in the corner.
Right. The table's on the other side of the kitchen island. And also, Misdemeanor, if he hadn't moved, if he hadn't touched her, that gash on the back of her head wouldn't have been visible to him. He would have no way to know that she cut her head. That is a huge red flag there.
Yeah.
Hold on for rescue for her. Stay on the phone. What's wrong?
I went downstairs to go work out. I came back up. The door was latched. My fiance's inside. She wasn't answering. So,
did you catch that? My fiance's inside.
Mm-hmm.
Most people wouldn't say that. They would say, Ellen is in there, or Ellie is in there, and
right.
It's that distancing thing.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. You hit that right on the head.
After about a half hour, I decided to break it down. I see her now just on the floor with blood. She's not responding.
Okay, is she breathing? Look at her chest. I need you to calm down, and I need you to look at her chest. It's really.
I really don't think she is.
Listen to me. Someone's on the way. Look at her chest. Is she flat on her back?
She's on her back. So I bring her.
Look at her chest and tell me if it's going up and down, up and down.
I don't see her moving.
Okay.
Do y'all think that chest, if he was looking for it to be moving up and down, that he would not see a knife in it? Shut the front door. Who does he think he's fooling? Oh.
He thinks he's good, Misdemeanor. He thinks he's really good.
Do you know how to do CPR?
I don't.
Okay, I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her foot
Oh,
on her...
God.
Hello?
Okay, stop.
Yeah, hi, okay.
Willing to do...
Oh God.
Did you hear the way he said it? That was so much
Oh,
disdain. And then the minute she kind of got him back, he went, yeah, oh, hi. He says hi to her. Like, what the F is that misdemeanor? He goes, oh, hi. Yeah, like roll that back a little and play that again. Because to me, that is a huge window into the soul of who this person is.
I can tell you what to do, okay, until they get there. I want you to keep her foot
Oh,
on her...
God.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Willing to do CPR with me?
Yeah, hi. Okay.
He went off into his own little brain there. That's what happened there. So that is just classic. So sometimes when we're under stress or when we are lying, and lying makes everybody stressed, because even if you're a super bad a-hole and you're the worst person on the planet, the natural body doesn't want to lie. So when a liar lies, there will be a tell. There will be something that most everybody can see, not just trained officers or detectives, but anybody, because it's so obvious. And what he did there is he went off into his own brain going, oh God, now they're going to make me do this and that and the other thing and blah, blah, blah. And it was almost like he was regretting that he didn't let his uncle come in with him and call 911, or that he didn't do something different in his plot. That's exactly what happened in that tiny little 3 seconds. It's scary to think of, but this guy's diabolical.
Yep. All right.
Over the phone so they can...
I have to, right?
Okay, so get her flat on her back, bare her chest, okay? You want...
Would you all not be mortified if your loved one said, I have to, right?
It's sick for her parents that how many times I don't think they've like put themselves through it, having to listen to this too many times. But
no, I would hope not.
I'm sure they did in the beginning. And I know their lawyer and their private investigator that they hired obviously have listened to it many times. There is so much telling misdemeanor about the 911 call. If I were the detective on this case, this would have been a homicide simply based on the bizarreness of the entirety of what happened in the first 24 hours. Would have been just completely impossible to dismiss.
Yeah.
Rip her shirt off. Okay. Kneel down by her side.
Oh, my God. Allie, please.
Listen, you can't freak out, sir, because you
Okay, I'm trying not to. Her shirt won't come off. It's a zipper. Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell with a knife. Oh,
For real.
Yep.
For real.
Plant the seed of suicide right out of the gate.
She stabbed herself and then fell on a knife. If I come home and Mr. Demeanor has a knife sticking out of his chest, I am not going to go to, oh, he tripped and fell on a knife, or, I guess while he was making me dinner tonight, he decided, well, I can't do this anymore. No, my first thing is like, oh my gosh, somebody stabbed him.
Right. Somebody broke in to try to rob from us or steal from us.
Exactly.
Your first thought is going to always be that. Most normal people, their first thought, if they found a loved one covered in that much blood, but not as much as I think there should have been, like you just said a little while ago. And then with a knife in their chest like that, you would have seen all that prior to you calling 911. Like I said, a normal person would have checked. You would have checked for a pulse. If this happened to one of your loved ones, the first thing you would have done is gone down and shook them and said, are you okay? Are you okay? Hello, talk to me, answer me. And then you would have called 911. That's just how people react to trauma. They don't automatically see a disaster area of what looks to be a homicide where your loved one has been unalived by the hands of someone else and immediately call 911. You're going to have trauma right on the spot. And that trauma is going to lead you to want to go down, even though you really shouldn't touch the body. Most 99% of people touch the bodies of their loved ones. I've saw it.
It's just
time.
Your instinct to try to help and fix it and make it better.
Right. Even in simple calls I had regarding a bicycle accident or a pedestrian injury, the people, even if it was a stranger who accidentally hit a biker on campus where I was working, or there were 2 cars involved in a motor vehicle accident, one person was injured. I myself rendered aid when I was off duty once on the highway in Kentucky, and I touched the body because I wanted to try to save her life. I was performing CPR before the ambulance got there. So for him to have done nothing to try to save her or revive her or see if she had a pulse, that is absolutely telling and unacceptable.
No, her knife's sticking out.
What?
There's a knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. Sticking out of her heart. Oh, no, her knife's sticking out.
What?
I got to go back. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. She stabbed herself.
Where?
She fell on a knife. Oh, no, her knife's sticking out.
What?
There's a knife.
Her knife is sticking out. Interesting.
Knife sticking out of her heart.
Oh, she stabbed herself?
I guess so. I don't know where she fell on it. I don't know.
Okay, well, don't touch it.
Okay, so I just let her down here now. I mean, what do I do?
No, I mean, you can't. If the knife is in her chest, it's going to be kind of hard for you to do CPR at this time.
Oh, no. Oh, my.
Heidi, even the 911 operator says chest instead of heart. Ridiculous.
My goodness, okay.
Police, which operator?
277.
Is someone coming here?
Yes, they are. You said 4601 Flat Rock, right?
Yes.
Okay, someone's on the way. And the knife is still inside?
Wait, so what?
The knife is still inside of her?
Yes, I didn't take it out.
Was it her chest or what area?
It's in her chest. It looks like it's right in her heart.
Okay, someone's on the way out there. Okay, just get.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay.
How old is she?
She's 27.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
27. And there's no sign of life at all? Like,
No, please don't be. What?
Pinch her under her arm and tell me if she responds to pain.
Ellie. She's not. Her hands are still warm. I don't know if that means, but there's blood everywhere. I mean.
I know, but you can't, and the knife is still inside of her. How far? Can you see how far it went in?
It looks pretty deep.
Okay.
It looks it's a long knife.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
How would he know?
He wouldn't. He really wouldn't. And
How would he know?
how quick after she said, pinch her and see if she responds. And then the first thing he says is her hands are still warm. So that quickly he did what she told him to do and touched both of her hands. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And
Nope.
remember, gang, and all of you in the chat are spot on with all your observations. Remember, he had a whole hour where he placed a phone call to Cousin Camion and Uncle Judge Schwartzman to prepare for what he was going to say.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this, though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
I shouldn't laugh. I'm so sorry. This is not a laughing matter.
It's okay, though, because we're all distressed about this, and I know you are. And sometimes we can laugh a little bit when something's so absurd, especially a lying liar like Sam, because it's okay. It's okay to do that. We have to a little bit. We did it with the Karen Reed, John O'Keefe trial. Thanks to
But that statement right there,
yeah.
I got to go back.
Yeah, don't touch anything. Okay.
I'm not touching anything. I can't believe this, though.
So wait, it was just you there with her?
We're the only ones here.
And she ran in the door, you said latched it shut?
No, I went downstairs to work out.
Ooh, almost told on himself a little there.
Yeah, he did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and when I came back up, the door was latched. Like it was, it wasn't like it was, it was like locked from the inside, and I'm yelling, and so I'm
was
yelling.
your house
and
broken into?
No.
So there's no sign of a break-in?
No sign of a break-in at all. I mean, there will be when you get here because I had to break the latch, but to get in.
Okay, 4601.
Okay. The next thing I want all of us to check here is Gavin Fish did a demonstration experiment. I'm not exactly sure what you'd want to call it.
Yes, I think that's exactly what you would call it. You're right on with that.
And he reenacted this whole busting the door down business.
Yes.
And I don't know. Let me double check.
Can I answer one of the questions in the chat?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, you pull that up because you're right on. It was an excellent demonstration. I'm glad you have it. So let me just read you something from I have about 150 slide deck on Ellen's case. So let me just read you a few things that will go along with this 911 call. So Goldberg told police he tried to reach Ellen via phone calls, text messages, and emails. He said she didn't respond, so he asked the apartment building doorman, concierge, Phil Hanton, who was on duty, to help him break the lock. Hatton said he told Goldberg it was against company policy. Sam was locked out from approximately 4:45 to 4:50 when he left for the gym until 6:15 when he broke the door down. Now, one of you asked about the phone calls to cousin Camian and to his uncle. I'm going to go to my deck here and I'm going to find it because there was a 3-way conference call that he made from the lobby before he broke into the apartment. And I have the timestamps here. It's according to what I have, and I got a lot of this, and I want to thank my anonymous librarian. When I first started into this case was prior to live streaming, and I met someone who is very knowledgeable about this case, and she's an anonymous librarian is what we call her, and she had so much information, and she shared a lot of it with me and allowed me to live stream about it, and I just thank her so much. I asked her if she wanted to come on with us voice only tonight, Misdemeanor, but she wants to remain anonymous. And she has a website, which she remains anonymous on, and I'm going to post that on my Twitter X account, and I'll also post it in your chat box. If you could all go and just check her website out, and that'll help the algorithm. She's done a wonderful job. It's not quite as intensive as the crime channel that I'm sorry, we'll put that one up for you too. The crime, what's that one called, Misdemeanor, that I sent to you? The ones
Crime Timelines.
Crime Timelines. Yes, they're also anonymous. I've tried to contact them to thank them, and they don't respond. So they just want to remain anonymous, but they are amazing. Go give them a follow. They're so thorough. But this wonderful woman who lives in the state of Pennsylvania. At least she used to. I'm not sure she still does, but she suffered a loss in her own family. One of her own family members was unalived. And so I think that's when she found out about Ellen, it really got to her in a way that was more personal. And she's followed the case since day one. And I thank her so much for everything that she taught me and that she shared with me. And one of them was this 3-way call with cousin Camian. And apparently, this is allegedly, I have to go try to find a police report on this, and I will do that and share it with you when I do. Apparently, cousin Camian and Uncle Jim, the judge, arrived before EMT, and he was on a conference call with them. So this was at approximately between 6:05 and 6:14, right before he broke in to the apartment. So this is all very suspect. I mean, who calls their cousin and their uncle who's a judge?
Nobody. Unless,
Nobody. Right. And so it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And so here's the actual words from that where he's purposely boggling himself. Sam, help. I need an ambulance now. I just walked into my apartment. My fiance is on the floor with blood everywhere. And like you said, Janet, why wouldn't he say, my fiance is on the floor, right? You wouldn't just necessarily, you would think he would have used your name, but again, a lot of men who are control freaks, they don't ever use your name. They call you
titles.
Yes. That was an experience that I had personally, and that others have had, that I have found who were in very difficult controlling relationships. They never call you by your name. They call you their wife, their fiance, or their girlfriend. My girlfriend, my wife, my fiance.
Right. You're a possession.
You are a possession. Right.
And Heidi, I actually did think that his uncle was a judge at the time.
He was.
He was not just an attorney.
No, Schwartzman, we could have a whole live stream about Schwartzman. Librarian gave me tons of background on him and his connections to, let's say, very prominent families in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area. We could literally do a whole hour on him and his connections. And so this thing, and he's the one who went into the apartment. The
next day.
Right. Allegedly, he said he had permission from the police to go and recover Sam's computer and get clothing for Sam to wear to the funeral. It
was a little more than that.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt in my mind why he wanted those computers. And then that kind of lends to some of the things I've seen on Reddit where people are questioning what was on Sam's computer that he needed to get that out of there.
Right.
Police had a chance to.
Well, and they wanted her laptop as well. Correct. Because they needed to put some history in there, shall I say.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the door. I'm going to show you this. Oh gosh, it is. Let me make it bigger for you. That's a little better. Okay. This is the actual door that he broke down. And you can see the little flippy part is on the door frame. And then the notch part of it is actually affixed to the door itself. Right. This is going to be important when we fast forward to the experiment here.
Go ahead and try to break in, and Jackson, let's see what happens when we do that.
All right, you're good.
Okay, you're good? Mm-hmm. All right, so according to his statement, I guess he could open up this, right? It was this that was locking him out. So he would have been able to get the door open this far. So I'm gonna try to put my shoulder into this and see what happens, and then
watch closely.
My hypothesis is correct. I've never done this. I hope it doesn't hurt. Here we go. Ready? Wow.
Well, looky there.
Okay, well, it looks like what I did to try to make it so that it wouldn't break was not good enough. So that's actually a little bit better of a, I guess, example of what would have happened, right? That it would have broken off. And the frame to his apartment, to their apartment, looks wood. It doesn't look like it's a metal frame at all. So I think that had Sam Goldberg busted in the door, it wouldn't have been hanging like it was in the picture. It would have been broken.
Okay, so Heidi, you say this has 2 more additional screws. Let's go back. I want to see the difference.
Good. That was a good catch, Heidi.
Yeah.
And something I want all of you to do, if you happen to stay in a hotel, in the next month or so, or maybe you visit someone who's staying at one, there's a big difference between hotel when they put one of these in a hotel. Most of hotel doors are super heavy duty. That's to protect you, obviously. Where a door in an apartment that's a secured lobby and a secured apartment, those apartment doors are pretty flimsy. So these little latches, I was always told by several of my detective coworkers and friends, are really there for your peace of mind. They are not going to stop a bad guy. They're just like your door locks. I don't hate telling you all this, but that's why security systems are so important these days, especially with the doorbell rings and all the cool things you can get now, modern technology, because an expert who knows how to who knows how to break into a deadbolt and or one of those little locks that's just on your door, those can be broken into in less than 3 minutes by someone who's trained themselves how to do it. If they want to do you harm, or if they're coming to steal your things. So our locks that we have on our doors and our windows and this lock, they're really there for your peace of mind. If somebody really wants to do harm to you or to steal things from you, they will get in. They will find a way. That's why I can't emphasize enough, if you do live alone, especially if you're a woman who lives alone, get yourself a doorbell ringer, get yourself one of those alarms. They're not terribly expensive nowadays because they've been around so long now. They're worth it. They're not just peace of mind. They actually will save your life. So it doesn't take much to bust these little, peace of mind latches. It really doesn't, but I would expect to see more damage, right, Janet?
Oh, absolutely. And I just wanted to show where it is on the door so you can see the distance from the handle. That's one of the things. But then I want to go to this shot because we've got 1, 2.
Looked at this picture.
Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the issue that I immediately noticed when I saw this photograph. It looks like the screws have been pulled out.
It does.
But they don't match to anything. Like, I would think we'd be able to see where they came out from, and we don't.
Right.
We just see them pulled, I guess. So that to me was really suspicious when I saw this picture. And then, of course, all this business here where it's completely unaffected.
And it should have been affected, right? Because if you think about it, if that latch is over there, right? And if he did it with his shoulder, just like Gavin did in his, I hope Gavin didn't hurt himself, that there should have been some type of disruption of the other screws as well, not just those. So it kind of lends to think that he caused that damage himself before he left the unit.
Or at least, yeah. No, hang on. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Sorry. Heidi's asking, is that metal side molding? It's not. It's wooden.
It's wood. Yeah, you
It's
can see
wood.
You can see the wood there on the
You
side.
can see the grain in it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But let's go back. I don't want anyone to think that we're pulling a fast one or anything like that.
And Heidi also says, good catch, Heidi. There doesn't appear to be debris on the screws.
Yes.
Yeah, very good catch. I did not notice that before. It looks too clean around the area to have been disrupted by a shoulder. And Sam is literally was about the same size as Gavin.
Yes.
Sam worked out. He wasn't super skinny guy. Even, I mean, he's a much bigger guy now. I had looked for photos of him, Misdemeanor. I've searched for photos of him high and low. His whole
There's one out today.
Was scrubbed, but somebody got photos of him. Now that this is getting more media attention, people are on the lookout for him. They know that he lives in New York. And he has his appearance has changed considerably. He's probably gained close to, I don't know, 80 pounds.
He's a big boy now. Yeah.
He looks very out of shape and not too
Old home.
So yeah, there are 4 screws on this one, just like the one that was in the apartment. 4, just 1, 2, 3, 4. So
yeah,
none of this looks right. Yeah, I know. I agree. Okay, I am going to try to get my hands on one of the surveillance videos that we have talked about.
Good. These give me the creeps. I have to say, I've looked at them a lot since the anonymous librarian provided them to me. And every time I look at them, which I looked at them before I sent them to you a couple of days ago, they just give me the creeps. I don't know what it is about surveillance video, especially when it comes to crime, but it just makes you feel a certain kind of way.
Well, I hope I have the right one. I'm pulling this from Crime Timelines.
Oh, okay.
They have surveillance here. So let me get
It's
us
not.
all
It's in
put
that
together.
the document that I sent you are all the surveillance that I was sent by the anonymous librarian.
That's
so
the Google Doc.
on that Google Word
Okay.
doc I sent you. Yeah, there's 4 of them. So if this doesn't work out the way you think it will, then you can go grab them from that Google Doc.
Let us see. Watch on YouTube. Let's make it big. And oh, y'all aren't seeing this because it changed screens. So let me. Oh, live streaming.
Producers. We are our own producers. We don't have producers like, the big content creators have producers.
Oh gosh, no, where they just snap their fingers. Yeah, I don't have that. I got misdemeanor, get it done.
Well, if you ever need help and you want to just live stream, I'll be your producer. I have no problem with that. I love your channel.
I appreciate it. Okay, let's watch some surveillance.
Okay. Now I've watched this 1,000 times probably. So the camera in the upper right. So there's Sam. So that's Sam heading to the gym. He's got his workout gear on, and that's the hallway. There's a hallway between the hallway that leads into the lobby where the elevators are. So those are doors that go into another section of the building that leads to the gym. And then that one in the bottom is the outside, and then there's your lobby. So now
here he comes back.
Here he comes. And then you'll see him in the coming down past the elevators right now. Here he comes. He just went through the doors. Now he's heading to the mailbox, allegedly, supposedly. And that's the area where the concierge, where the Phil sits. And he went to get his mail is what he told the police. I'm going to pull up my the timestamps on a lot of this for you guys too. Let me get my.
Yeah, I'm surprised this doesn't show a time. I mean, I guess it has it over here.
Right. But I have a list of
but it's not moving. So
right. What's happening now? Nothing yet. Okay.
Nothing yet. It is actually continuing though. The video is.
Right.
We aren't on pause or anything. It's just there's nobody there. No Sam to be found. There he is.
Yeah. Now he's got mail in his hand. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Is that where he dropped the key
Yes.
card?
I'm going to back it up.
So there'll be a little white thing on the ground.
It's like in this area.
It's right in front of the elevators. He drops. There it is. So now it's there. And
it almost looked intentional to me.
I think it is from all the time.
The way that he did it. I'm going to back this up again. Y'all bear with me.
So according to what I have written down here from our librarian, Sam exited the gym at 5:31. He drops an object on the lobby floor at approximately 5:31:30. So that he's standing in front of the elevators and he has dropped that object. Now, the mystery man is going to come out of the staircase at 5:51. The staircase is just on the other side of the elevator banks. And he walks towards the lobby, but he does not enter the lobby. And then he remains off camera for 3 minutes. Then this mystery man goes back up the staircase at 5:54, and there is a noticeable bulge in the right pocket of his pants. It is noticeably larger than the previous outline of a cell phone in his pocket from earlier camera shots.
That was quick.
Yep. At 6:09, a similar looking man comes out of the staircase at 6:09 carrying some black bulge under his arm. The man then picks up Sam's object.
Yeah, hang on a second though, because I don't see the thing on the floor here.
if you go to the Google Doc I sent you, the videos that are in that Google Doc, they show, you can see it a little more clearly than this one for some reason. That might not be when he dropped it. That might be the first time. That might be the first time he came down and got the mail.
Just a larger view of that one particular camera.
Right.
Because he's gone getting his mail. He was boogieing though to get out.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I circled it in red. There is Sam walking by, going down, and then there is the white object on the floor.
Yep.
That he dropped. And I do think we can agree that he dropped it purposely. And then the mystery man is on surveillance, and he is, when he first gets into the lobby, this is the mystery man. When he first gets into the lobby, he looks around, he looks nervous, and he looks to his left and to his right.
So,
and he's right in front of it.
Hang on a second, because this video is, oh yeah, 6:32. So this is after everything. That's why it's not there. Because he was boogieing when he went to the concierge.
I don't think that can be right though, because he.
Oh yeah, I think it is.
He'd already called 911 by then though.
Well, there's nothing on the floor in this one at 6:32. No. So I think our mystery man picked it up already. He's standing there.
If you can go to those clips I sent you.
I will here in just a minute.
It goes in order, and it'll show you Sam dropping the item, and then it'll show you the mystery man coming into the lobby and actually picking up the item.
All right, let me do some digging.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time. So on the doc that I sent you, if you scroll down, you'll see there's a link right by Sam appears in the lobby elevator going to the gym at 4:54:23. And I have a link there that shows that. And then the next one says Sam exits the gym at 5:31. And then there's a link for that. And then Sam drops an object on the lobby floor at 5:31:30, and there's a link inserted for that. So it's all like laid out.
Did you email that to me?
I shared it with you as a Google Doc.
Through email.
Right, through email.
Okay. So let me go dig that.
Yep, no worries. While you dig that up, I'm just going to read to everybody what I found today that I hadn't seen before. I missed this somehow before when I was doing all my readings. This is from it's called the Investigation Report from the City of Philadelphia Office of the Medical Examiner from Stefan, it looks like Olszewski. And this says origin and details, and let me know when you're ready and I can stop and finish towards the end. On 1/26/2011 at 19:31 hours, Detective Sierra, badge number 9103 of homicide, called to report the death of the above decedent found in her apartment with a knife in her chest. And at the top, it says that the decedent is Ellen R. Greenberg. At the scene, I arrived at the scene at 20:27 and was met by 5th District Police Snipes, 6358, and Young, 6960, those are their badge numbers, holding the log. NWDD Sergeant 446, Detective Veal 9216, and Detective Revel 9020, the assigned DC 1105, and then it's the case number, Homicide Sierra 9103, and Peters 851 arrived a short time later. So they had a lot of police on the scene, a lot of police presence. So what does that tell you guys? You guys are true crimers. You know this. The scene would have been secured, should have been secured. You don't automatically detect a case that on the scene without going back and reviewing and interviewing people and looking at surveillance cameras. So no way are they going to say, oh yeah, this woman unalived herself. Case closed, open the building, let's unsecure the scene. That never, ever happens. So with this much police presence, that scene should have been secured.
And then it says the decedent's fiance, Samuel Goldberg, DOB redacted, reportedly left the apartment around 16:45 to go to the gym. He returned around 17:15 to 17:30, and we know it was roughly 5:30, and was unable to get into the apartment. He opened the door with his keys, but the door was secure from the inside. He proceeded to try and contact, I'm just going to say Ellen, via text messaging, telephone calls, and emails for approximately an hour before he forced entry into the apartment. An apartment security man was reportedly present, that's not true, during the entry. He immediately discovered her and called 911. Radio time is at 18:33, so 5:33. He was briefly instructed to start CPR until 6:33. He was briefly instructed to start CPR until he noticed a knife in her chest and then was instructed to stop. MFD Medic 5 responded and pronounced death at 18:40. So this is all from the police report from these that was given to this medical examiner, and I can finish reading after we're done.
I did find the videos. I am not comfortable sharing them because it does say in the corner that permission needs to be granted by Gavin Fish.
Yes.
I would recommend everyone go to Gavin Fish's YouTube channel, and you can see all of the surveillance videos.
Right.
The one that I picked didn't have that, but
good.
I did want to point out, I think, bear with me while I try to locate something else. This was something I didn't remember seeing before. And it was on News Nation, so bear with me. Our friend, well, I say our friend, Brian Enton is the one that was covering this particular.
Yes, and he did the interview with Phil as well.
Okay. I'm going to try to. There we go. So these are all of the bruises. All these yellow circles are bruises that Ellen had on her body in various stages of resolving, is the medical term.
Correct.
It's healing.
Healing, right.
And it's a lot. These hips, and to me, it's interesting, the placement, because it looks to me like someone that would fall on their left side and would be kicked or hit while they're down on their left side, because it's the inside of the left leg.
Mm-hmm.
And primarily the outside of the right leg.
Mm-hmm.
This root bruise here, that's a grab ya, come with me bruise.
Or if she tried to get away, it was a get back.
Correct.
Here, done with you.
And the wrist ones are grabbing you as well.
Exactly.
And then we have the weird around the neck.
It's not uncommon for men who are chronic abusers to kick because, and it's the lower extremities because the person can cover it up. And so this is so common with women who finally make it into domestic violence shelters, or who finally get out and go home to be with their family, and then they show them their bruises. They've been able to hide them because most of their bruises are where they can cover them up with clothes. When my friend Levita did a documentary with me a few years ago on her survival from strangulation, attempted homicide, she shared with us that the way she puts it is so poignant. And if you want to see it, trigger alert, it's very hard to watch, but Levita and I have shared it with many victims and survivors of domestic violence. And Levita is so candid in the interview that I did with her. And I treated it as all Levita. So you don't see me in this documentary. You only
I asked her the questions and then I edited out my voice. So you're only listening to her answer my questions as if she's just talking to you. She did a wonderful job. It was so brave of her. Her name is Levita, and her documentary is on my channel. So if you go to my channel, gang, and you want to take a look at this and support Levita, thank you. She said something that still resonates with me and always will. It's in my brain forever, when she says that he would never hit me in my face because other people would know that I was being abused. And one of the other things she says towards the end of the doc, oh, it's okay. Come here, Tanner. When she's describing her survival of the strangulation, was that, come here, Tanner. My son just got home, so he's hearing that. Come here, buddy. She says that when she was looking at him and he was looking at her while he was strangling her, that there was death in his eyes for her. And that has always just stuck with me, because people that we hear their survivor stories of surviving a beating or multiple beatings or an actual attempt to unalive them, like Levita's. This person, that's why Sam sounds so aloof and so out of it, because he no longer cared. She was a dismissed entity as far as he was concerned, allegedly, in my opinion. There have been people, I think I told you, I was very stunned at how many actually came out of the woodwork this last week, now that this case is getting so much attention.
Yes.
And I've had so many posts in the last 2 years about Ellen, and people are now going on my posts and saying things to me like, well, why do you think this? I don't believe this. And one woman was so cold, and it makes me think she has to be related to Sam, because it was such a cold way. She said, enough of this, all of you conspiracy theorists, blah, 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 live streamers. This is a simple case of suicide and S word, sorry, YouTube. And she did this to herself, and she did this in a manic moment. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I understand that first of all, committing an unaliving of yourself is very rare in the first place. And it's even rarer to use a knife. It's one of the rarest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And especially for women, it's more likely that a man would unalive themselves with a knife. And that's only like 0.0 something percent of unalivings. It's painful. It's what's horrific. And most
especially more than 20 times.
Right.
So
was 23 was what this new said. But this person kind of went back and forth with me the last couple of days, trying to convince me that she unloved herself, and that's never going to happen, because she didn't, and I'll never believe that she did. And so I think you may see some of that now. I just want to make sure you're aware of it. You might start getting some trolls and some haters coming out of the woodwork now. Interestingly enough, I look back at this person's history, and guess what? They think Karen hit John with her car.
Of course.
So the same person that thinks Ellen hurt herself, thinks Karen.
Just ask him to show you how she did it. Just show me. Take a pen and show me, because it can't be done. Couple of things. First off, very importantly, Sherry, thank you. It means a lot tonight, because Misdemeanor had a hair appointment at 4:30 today. So I was boogieing to get here and get ready for tonight. So thank you for noticing.
I have to ask you, I've been meaning to ask you this. What were your thoughts when somebody actually thought you were Auntie Deb in disguise at the Adelson trial? I laughed so hard I almost fell off my chair. I'm like, how could anybody? I mean, sorry, Auntie Deb, I love you. You're hysterical. Your parody is beyond. But you are not a pretty woman, Auntie Deb. Misdemeanor is a pretty woman. How anybody could think that Auntie Deb could even remotely look this good, even with a wig and glasses on? No. I knew that wasn't him. When I saw you, I knew you had to be someone interesting who was, covering true crime. So then I looked you up, found out about you, and but I just wanted to know what you thought about that when people actually thought you were.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Initially, I was kind of offended, and there were so many like scrutinizing comments about, I had a good wig and my neck was too thick, but my lipstick was on point. I I'm trying to remember what all the comments were. And initially I was like, oh, well, that's not nice.
Oh, people.
Well,
can
that's
be
not
so
nice.
mean. I know. People can.
And then,
Beautiful lady. Don't take anything they said to heart.
then I thought about it and I was like, well, I love Jimmy. And I was hoping, I knew he was going to be there. I was hoping to bump into him that day. So, heck yeah, let's just talk about that. No, we're not the same person. I'm not him. I think he's delightful, but no, I'm a different person. So after that, then it became a big joke. And I really, sidebar, side quest. Wednesday evening, I'm doing a live stream with Nan Gallagher to discuss cyber stalking, cyber bullying, and stalking, and what the difference is between all of those things, what you need to do to arm yourself. I think it's important in light of the craziness that was going on in Massachusetts with the Free Karen Reed group.
Right.
And the Aussies and all of that. And now with Lauren, dare I say, I don't even want to say it because she'll get me zeroed out.
Oh, well, she can't hurt. I mean, we're allowed to have an opinion on others.
Well, she made
that are going on.
Kay's daughter go away. So anyway,
how did she manage to do that?
She struck it for copyright, and it's been pulled down, her live stream from last night. So
her live stream from last night. Okay, but she's not gone. You can have up to 3.
Well, and I don't know that it's been stricken.
Right.
It was more that it's under it. There's a claim. Of course there is, because she wanted them to shut up.
Right.
So we are going to
right?
Right.
Appeal, because fair use is fair use. You are allowed to show others content as long as you are discussing it, evaluating it, critiquing it, using it for educational purposes. And you can't show the whole thing. Of course, you can just show clips. So like I could show a clip of this on my next live stream, but I wouldn't show the whole thing. I would direct them to your channel to watch it. But I can show clips of it if I'm going to talk about Ellen in the next couple of weeks, and I want to show something that you and I chatted about, and I want to show what your friend zone was up to. So I can do that because I'm educating and I'm sharing content that is important.
Right.
And so I don't understand what Lauren doesn't get about that this is fair.
Well, that's why we're going to have a live stream on Wednesday so that everybody can be educated on what it actually is. One of the last things I want to cover is, where did it go? Here we go. Well, sort of. There, that's what I'm looking for. These bruises right here. So this is on this wrist, and this is actual photographs, but this is like blue. And this one is like, looks to me to be more recent. It's got that red look to it.
Right.
So it's definitely clear just in these few photographs. I'm sorry, I'm using my mouse in the wrong spot.
Never.
Over here. See, this one's blue. This one looks kind of red.
Almost purple even. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point that out because to me, that is indicative of yet again.
I have a very dear friend of mine who she's a PhD scientist, and her specialty is wound healing. I'm going to ask her possibly how old would she think some of these were. I'll send her the autopsy photos and ask her to give me her expert opinion on how old, and like the autopsy report said, in various degrees of healing. Maybe she'd be able to tell us which one looks to be the oldest versus the newest, and how old does she think it is.
Well, that's where I'm planning on leaving things tonight on the Ellen Greenberg front. Like I say, Wednesday evening, I'll be doing the all the stalking and bullying. We're gonna every time I have to take harassment training at work, I tell everyone around me, don't bother me. I need to figure out how to harass all of you. So that's what we're going to find out on Wednesday is how to bully and stalk people, apparently.
And how to protect yourself from those
Very much so.
bullying and stalking you. Because I underwent some pretty tough stuff last winter with some supposedly free Karen Reed people who really, just because you agree on what happened in a crime doesn't mean that everybody's nice. I just want to make sure you all understand.
Yes.
That. Just because you all agree that Karen didn't get hit by a car, or you agree she didn't get hit by a car, it doesn't mean there aren't some nefarious characters out there lurking around the internet and pretending to be someone they're not. So you have to be very careful who you chat with and who you allow to take up your space and choke out your air. I gave a certain bully way too much time going back and forth with him, which was just a waste of my time because he's never going to change. He's going to continue. He's bullied other people long after me. He's got a whole list of women now who don't like him. I was one of the first to be bullied by him in the Free Karen Reed movement. And it was very horrible. I mean, it went on for like 6 weeks. And
yeah, I think it's important that we have the discussion about it. I think it's important that people know what it is and what you need to arm yourself with. So that's why I asked Nan to come join me for a legal perspective.
Good.
On this particular topic on Wednesday. And I did put a poll out on the Twix, and I want to know if anyone is interested in reviewing or me live streaming a former court case. And I put 4 options there. The last I checked, it looked like Raoul Valley was winning on that. So if that's the case, then that is absolutely what I will do. My plan, fingers crossed, is possibly my birthday month, because that's in 4 days. My birthday month starts.
Birthday month.
Thank you. And
better in time for your birthday.
What's that?
I'm glad you're feeling better in time for your
gosh. Yes. So I'm thinking that second week of November is when I may do like a 4-day, everyday live stream just covering that Raoul Valley case.
Oh, interesting. I'll be in your friend zone for sure.
If that's the one that gets the most votes, right now it was between that and Robert Tellis, which is a case out of Nevada. He represented himself. It's very entertaining. So those are the two front runners right now.
When they represent themselves, it's always quite something. That's for sure.
And I can't tell you for sure, but I have a really super cool guest. Fingers crossed that I will get her in sometime in the month of November. I, on a personal level, am so geeked to talk with her and ask her a bunch of questions. We'll be talking about some older cases, and so I'm super excited. But I don't want to make any sort of announcement until I have a date and everything solidified. But keep your eyes open because there's more coming.
We will. And thank you for sharing out all the court dates too coming up. I reshare everything on my Twitter X that you put out. So thank you for all the reminders of what's coming up for court cases and hearings.
Yes, absolutely. You are very welcome. It is something I started when I very first got a social media presence. It's something I used to follow Emily D. Baker, and I always was begging for her to do something like that. And I'm like, well, shoot. I'll do it myself then.
That's awesome. Thank you. Yes, I think I first started following Emily 2-3 years ago now, I think. Right when they started, the whole YouTube lawyer thing is so fascinating.
Yes.
It really is. There's so many of them now too.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up with them all.
I do that every single Sunday, so you can count on seeing that update. I only have so much space, so I had somebody say, "Well, such and such is happening in December," and I'm like, "I'm not there yet. We just got to get through all these dates in November first." So,
Exactly.
so yes, absolutely follow me for that. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for.
Right. Subscribe, please. And I'd love to have
And
you on with me as well. When I go
sure,
over Suzanne Morphew and Suzanne Clark Simpson, I'd love to have you come on with me.
absolutely, we can work something out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And my birthday is the 8th.
Fabulous.
So Mr. Demeanor has told me he's taking me away someplace for a few days. So I will be out of pocket for my
You
birthday.
deserve it. Yay. Good job, Mr. Demeanor.
And I am a Scorpio, so don't make me mad.
You are. One of my dear friends' birthday is the day after yours. Yes, we know all about you Scorpios. We're staying with the graces.
My husband is a Scorpio also.
Oh.
So this is big birthday month for us.
Do astrologists say that you're very compatible? I've never looked into Scorpio on Scorpio. I find that to be really fascinating. All the astrology, who they say your best matches, and who
I know. I don't really know. We've been married for 25 years, so that's pretty rare.
Yes, it is rare in this day and age of the attention span that people have for everything in their life, and just how hard it is to be a couple and to make it work. And
it's work.
Stressors. It's a lot of work, even any relationship. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, chickadees. You're all so smart and brilliant. You know it. Go with your gut on these cases. It's pretty much always right. We will allegedly continue to look at Sam. He is the number one suspect, and justice for Ellen Greenberg will prevail.
We're not going to keep quiet.
We're not going to keep quiet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Oh my goodness, everybody. So what is Sherry saying? From what I remember, Mr. Demeanor came in like a prince when Ms. D needed him. Yes, indeed. So don't forget to follow everything. And I agree, Free Kelsey, I need to check that out as well. So we got to go check out the microdot stuff. Give a really big thumbs up and sub to Gavin Fish if you haven't already, because he's provided a lot tonight. So make sure you tune in on Wednesday when we get to talk about all of the cyberbullying and stalking stuff and all that. I promise you it will be worth your time. And remember, it doesn't cost a penny to be kind. So find someone to do something nice for today if you haven't already. And